Today's project is I'm going to make a water main valve shut-off key that I can use on a 3/8 inch socket. So I've been doing plumbing, and every time we leave the house for an extended period of time, I shut this valve off. And I've been using a piece of a shelf bracket with a slot in it, and I finally just decided, hey, enough is enough. Let me just make a key out of a socket. I've got, probably 20, 30 sockets that I never use. So I'm going to just put a socket on the end of a extension. And I want to use a 3/8 inch, not a 1/2 inch. I don't want to be cranking on this. I know better not to over tighten it. But if someone else ever has to use this, my wife, for heaven forbid, I don't know why she would, but anyhow. So this is what's used now. Some form of this this is some kind of homemade thing on rebar that was in the house when we bought this house. So essentially, it's just a U-shaped piece that goes over the top of the valve with a T handle on the end. So that is way overkill, and I don't want to overdo the valve. So I've got it inside the hole cover that this is in. I've got enough throw for 180 degrees with a ratchet, so I can half turn it to close it and then come back and turn my ratchet the other way, half turn it to open it. So I've got all these extra spare ratchets. I don't use these 12-point sockets or all these extra sockets. So I'm just taking a 3/8 inch socket that I never use, a 12-point, and I'm going to cut a slot in it for my valve. So the valve in the ground, this is the side view. So it's tapered at the top. It's about 700 thousandths long. I'm just going to come in with my socket about 1/2 inch on this, halfway down this taper. And the top of the valve is 900 thousandths long, and I'm going to be 500 thousandths in. So I'll have 200 thousandths either side of the key that I make. So that's what I'm doing. A lot of times, for traveling, come home late at night, got a late flight, I'm out there shutting the valve off or turning the water back on to the house at midnight in the dark. So I want something real easy, real precise, and something that all I have to do is keep track of this, which will now be my key, this socket. So it'll fit on any extension. I do need at least a 3-inch extension. This is a 6-inch. So, I have, my toolbox is full of extensions. And the only thing I have to keep up with is this. So I'm taking my cutoff wheel, and I'm going to cut a 400 thousandth slot in this 3/8 inch socket. I have my safety glasses on. So I already have it marked where my cut's going to go. I did 2 cuts to get my distance, and I'm just going to come and clear the middle part out. Okay, there's my shut-off key. And this is all I have to keep up with. So this will stay in my toolbox in a special place. And I guess if I'm ever traveling with my toolbox, this will be always in it. So I'll always have a key for the standard shut-off valve. 3/8 inch socket. Went out and tried it a few times. Works great. Just, you know, ratchet 180 degrees, flip the ratchet back, 180 degrees back. So yeah, pleased with that. Messing around with all kinds of crap over the years. Every time I need a shut-off valve, I've had these T-handle ones in the past, and they always seem to get lost. So this should be easy to keep up with. So yeah, that's my homemade shut-off valve key. And I don't know if you can get these something like this online. I'm sure you can, but that's what I came up with. And the whole idea of 3/8 inch and this size socket is I didn't want to make it where you could really over torque it and damage the valve. You know, this shouldn't cause any damage if someone does get, you know, a little ambitious with this and tries to turn it too hard. It's going to be hard to put a ton of torque on this, but yeah, it's just enough to smoothly close the valve and open the valve. So yeah, I'm happy with it. So my next plumbing job, I'll be able to reach for this, go out and shut the valve off easily with no issue. So yeah, I'm pleased with this one. Till next one, peace out.